what's good again? And in the first models of the story and drama, we're talking about why story bypass skepticism, the psychology of narrative persuasions. So, why story bypass skepticism? Here is the truth about your prospect brain. Our prospect brain is also our brain, like we all human. When they see a claims or we hear the claim, our brains go into defense mode. Whenever you see what's it called? Like 97% of the people say improvement with our products. People go, yeah, right, prove it, show me, show me testimonials. Like our radar detectors go on, But when they experience a story, our brain goes into observation mode. We're not analyze. We don't feel that our brain need to analyze the claims, analyze what they're saying. It's just like a feeling that somebody telling us a story. So we accepting it. They're not analyzing. They're just feeling. They're not judging. They are living it with you. This is called narrative transportation. When someone is transport you into a story, the critical faculty of their brain literally shut down. They stop evaluating whether something is true and start experience it as it happened to them. So when we say this, why we see a lot of people when they're writers, like the adversarials, long format VSLs, their UGCs, when they're telling a story, why it's not converted? There is for me, there is two things. Either it's a boring story, you don't use technique break bread, a good open loop, you don't create intention and stuff, or you use all of this, but the story itself is not related to the avatar. So either you make an insane claim, so insane claims, not as 97% of people, but to say, after 1 week of using this product, I start living the best life or whatever, So either there's two things also with the claims, or the story that you're telling. Either it's too vague, so it's not specific for that avatar, and the avatar doesn't see himself in it, doesn't seem relatable to him. Just say just another claim. It doesn't get them to feel the real feeling that you want to achieve to them. Or third things is you don't understand your avatar completely. You're giving him claims that's so exaggerated from his situation. So you're saying things that it's not the way he's actually feeling it. So you either create a bigger imagination or a bigger feeling that he doesn't exist, or a lower feeling that's not there, or a different desire that you're talking about that he's not even looking at for it. So that's why you say all of this technique, all of this direct response marketing only work great when you understand your avatar, so you understand what you want. If you don't understand what you want, you cannot tell a story that is going to be relatable to them. So how to understand how you write? You go to the first masterclass of the fundamentals, 24 hours of me doing research, and you copy me, do the research, also call your customer, do the surveys, so you understand your avatars deeply. So let's continue. The science, what's happening in the brain when we read a claim, then when we hear a story. When you read the claims, our supplements reduce joint pain by 47%, prefrontal cortex activate critical thinking. Chase Dr. Huberman for more of this prefrontal cortex, our dopamine, all of this psychology, a lot of these things get them from Dr. Huberman. But let's continue. So what's happened? The detector versus the critical thinking, or the BS detectors is on. Brain asks, is this true? What is the source? Are they lying? Skepticism filter engaged. Most claims get rejected or filled as marketing BS. So in this case, because there is some places when you you need to have claims, in product page, we have features and stuff, you're going to have claims. Either you validate your claims with source, if you'd say our products has been studies around it, you show the studies. If you see 10,000 of our customers happy, whatever, you show the testimonials. So that's what we say, when the product page, you're not using stories. So there is skepticism, the skepticism radar is on. You need to have undeniable proof for anything that you mentioned. So you see free shipping, you want to have some testimony talk about not free shipping. You want to see 16-day money back guarantee. You want to have some what it's called testimonials talking about that. If you see our product is going to give you results in 30 days, you want to show testimonials talking about that. You want to show UGC type of the overhead testimonials talking about that. Any claim that you want to make in your product page, because you don't have some way to, what's it called, just keep the skepticism without showing proof. You need to show proof of it. So keep that in mind. But when you have long format VSLs, adversarials, you just see, or yapping, you just see when you're telling the stories, less that detector is not on. So we can say a lot of things, and they're gonna be taken as a person experience that they also can feel it. Is not some claims or something that they need to use their critical brain and ask, is this true or not? So, but at the end of the day, it's all of the story also to be acceptable. It should be really relatable to your avatars. You can take it from some threads, some comments, some forums, some talking you do, but the story that you want to create, you're going to be really relatable to your avatar. It's not some insane superhero of your avatar, just your average avatar. Talk like him, what he do, what he experience, the way he feels, the way he tells the day-to-day problems that he's facing. facing all of these things, so you can create a story that's also just like, oh, this is not my story. This is not me. We don't talk like this. We don't do shit like this. I'm not looking even for this, you know? So science what's happening in our brains when we read a story. Like I kicked my kids toward the couch because bending down hurt too much. Sorry, I kicked my keys toward the couch because bending down hurt too much. That was Tuesday. That was Tuesday. By Friday, I picked them out without thinking. So it's not like a claim. It's not. It's just my experience. You know, like the person is saying his experience, so people just listen to him. So what happens? Sensory cortex activates. You feel the kick. You know, people that's relatable to things. You're gonna feel. I kicked my key toward the couch. People that also have an evening doing this. I also do that. You know, you feel me? The motor cortex activates. You simulate the movement. Sometimes, like I don't know, like I want to give an example. If you play some sports, you know, then you see somebody talking about you throw up jump. So the moment you say, then you throw it or boom, jump, you know, like, I don't know, like exact movement and shit, but you get me, you know, like we have this thing like wired inside of us. When we tell something that we live in, somebody tell like a story similar to something that we also do, we react, you know, like the motor cortex activate, you simulate the movement. Emotional sensor engage. You feel the frustration, then release. So if somebody telling you some situation that you also have been going through, you know, like, and it's frustrating when somebody telling it, and you also start feeling the frustration. I always get this when you have like a pain, then sometimes you forget about the pain. But when somebody telling his own story in his itchings, oh, I feel this, then oh, I remember it at that moment. You feel it, you know. That's what we say. Emotional center engaged. So the brain process this experience, not information. So how experience, like the whole story, as an experience, not an information that you need to use as critical, what is called thinking. Just like use, oh, this is an experience, then you try to feel it. So this is why testimonial works better than claim. This is why case studies work better than statistic. This is why I work better than you. When you say I, like you telling a story, like the POV instead of him, like you, like you're talking, you're gonna feel this, you're gonna feel this. Just like when you say I feel, the person he read it, then he feel the things himself. So you like kind of, we'd say, I forget like the word, like we borrow the experience. Like the experience gets borrowed. You give him your own experience, you give it to him, then he feel it himself, you know? So story is a Trojan horse. The message lies inside the narratives. Claim versus story is the difference. Claim, our formula reduced has flashes by 73%. Story, 3 sheets focused again. 3 times tonight, I lay there staring at the ceiling. I lay there staring at the ceiling. Too tired to even change the pillowcase. That was 3 weeks ago. Last night I slept I slept straight through, woke up confused. I couldn't remember the last times that happened, you know? So here's, you don't say like claims of its reduced hot flash. It's just like you hear an experience of somebody that also has menopause, that she is able to sleep through the whole night without feeling like hot flashes. So people just feel the experience. Oh, I wish I feel like that. So they give them the experience that you want them to fish. Like before, soaking is like the experience that you're already feeling. Then the desire feeling, sleep through the night. You don't remember that you wake up because you didn't, you know? Both communicate the same benefit. Only one bypass skepticisms, and one like actually creating the radar detector. The one that's creating the radar detector is the claim one. Another claim, thousands of satisfied customers. Story in my head versus ask if I was sick. That's when I knew I had to do some things. Claim, clinically proven to improve joint mobility. I used to go downstairs sideways, one step at a time, drip and drill. Now I don't think about stairs at all, you know? So the before experience, then the after experience. Right now is the question when to use stories versus when not. So when we're going to use stories, when we're going to be just using claims. So use stories when you need to build emotional connections, you know, like not to connect with the avatars and like twisting the knife or giving them the desired experience. Your market is so skeptical, so you're not going to claim just with the offers. Stage 3, for sophistication. You selling transformations, not futures. Like, and that's what you should always do. You don't sell the futures. People doesn't care about the futures. They care about what this future is going to do for them. So even if you're going to tell the futures, you're going to tell the experience, the story behind what they're going to receive after using these futures. You need them to feel the problems and solutions. You want to make them to make abstract benefits concrete. You know, like some things abstract, 97% see improvement, or like better knee. You wanna like what does this better knee mean? You know, you give them concrete. You can go play with your current kids. You can run after those, but instead of you use I run as an experience of a POV, somebody telling his own story. You build on trust before asking for the sales, you know, direct response marketing. You hiding on pre-sales and stuff. So you're using stories instead of, oh, buy from me. It's just a story. Here's my journey. Here's what I get. Here's the product that's helped me get out of this. Don't lead with the story when they already sold and just need logistics, you know, just like they already like want to buy the product, just add to cart and shit. You're writing product descriptions, future matters. When you're writing product descriptions, you don't care about the story. Just here is like what this have, because people by then, like imagine it, people already have like a pre-sale page. You already tell them the story right now, or like they already watch a visa or whatever. They land in your products page. On the products page, they are more looking to the futures, at that point, But if you have just like image ads to some things, you can have like a landing page, not a products page, when you have like story and also like futures. Then you combine them. Time space is extremely limited. Better to use a hook, like when you have like short, you just see like so much short, like just image or something. You just want to use a short hook as a story or something that's going to open to a pre-sale or whatever. They are most aware buyer who just need the CTA. You don't use a story, you just use them as like more testimonials or social proof or guaranteed or whatever that they're going to make them buy at this stage based on what your avatar needs. Key insight, story doesn't mean long. A story can be true sentences. My hairdresser asked if I was sick. I wasn't. I was just losing my hair. That's a complete story. Setup, tension, emotional patch. That's like the structure of the story. It can be 5 minutes of someone talking to camera about their journey. The structure is the same. The length is different, So it's not like whenever you hear the story, you see like it's a long story, The story advantage, borrowed experience. That's what I talked about like a few minutes ago. Here is the unfair advantage of story. When somebody reads your story, they don't just understand your transformation, they experience it. You borrow them the experience. Their brain literally simulates the event. They feel what you feel. They live through what you live through. This creates something powerful, borrowed experience. But again, let me emphasize this. The biggest issue I see when I read people's like pre-sale page, advertorials, or like ads, or like whatever story they tell, either the story is so generic and doesn't scream this is for this avatars, that this is the experience that they have this avatar. Just like I start feeling better, I have more energy, I can go do things. You don't talk experience specifically to that avatar, their issue, their struggles, and how they want their life to change, like the desired outcomes. You just talk about generics and you make it like a just generic experience for anything to make your life better. And that's what you're not to do when you have like a specific health problems or like some problems that you're fixing. Second things, that's the first things. Like, I think just like there is like one thing, just like the story is so, there is again, like story is so boring, or story, as I mentioned right now, doesn't relate to your avatar. So how to fix this to be the borrowed experience, make them actually feel something, and make them like, get them to feel the desired outcome. So they want to experience it, make it true. Make it your avatars, their life stories, their day-to-day struggles, how they experience things, their relationships, whatever's like aspect of the angle that you're trying to do, like maybe a relationship things, maybe just frustration that they have during the day, maybe some intense moment that they have because of the problem, then you want to solve it. Go to that length, experience the same experience that you're talking about, portray the same details. Don't exaggerate more than them. Don't say less than them. Just like what your average avatar is saying through the whole comments, Reddit, forums, all the research that you do. The same things with the desired outcome. The desired outcome, what they actually want. So when they read it, they can borrow the experience and they don't feel like the dictator over there. Because when you say like, I have PCOS, let's say because right now we're saying stories bypass skepticism. But imagine we're trying to solve some things about hair loss for us, like PCOS hair loss, Then I start making stories like some eye stories, like a female is having the shiver, talking about the hair. The hair then start making the experience more dramatic, more insane than the avatar. The avatar is not going to relate. You're going to say this is BS, Like I sit in the shower, seeing all my hairs, the drowns on the shower. Then I start crying for 3 days. I didn't get out of the shower. We know that they feel that the shower is like hell for them, but this experience is not real. So you want that experience to be real. Or the desired outcomes. I start using this supplement should have ingredient, boom, 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 boom. And after 1 week, I start seeing BB hair growth. And right now, after 2 weeks, like I get like a full hair, That's not their desired outcome. They don't believe it. The moment they're gonna hear the story, seems like imaginary story is impossible, then they're skeptical. They're gonna be skeptical, like this is impossible. We know like the cycles of the hairs are like 3 months. Then you see like baby hair, so it cannot be like that quick. So keep in mind, in your stories, you sit with your avatar research, you understand what is the day-to-day struggles, how I can portray like the issue that they have in everything, and how I portray like solutions as what they're gonna expect, what they're gonna be believable to them. Not more, not less. You do more, you say, oh, this is BS. You do less, you don't meet like their satisfactions. So this is what we call, this is create something powerful called borrowed experience. They haven't chosen your product yet, but they have already experienced the transformation in their mind. They haven't felt the relief yet, but they already seen themselves in the after, because they read the after of that person. But should be like so detailed, so portrait, so using the sensory language that we talk about in this masterclass, but meet your avatar, please. Because a lot of issues they see like either so generic and something that's like just like can fit any avatar, any problems, not specific for them, so she actually can feel relief, or something is more insane, like let's get them more skeptical. They say, "Oh, this is not, this is impossible to achieve. This is not. I don't trust it. Too much, too much true to be. What should we say? Too much. I forget the saying actually. Too good to be true. You know. So the whole idea, this is why story why story-based copy converts at higher rates. You're not selling them on a future possibility. You make them feel. You give them a mirror of something that hasn't happened yet. So you make them feel something that they didn't get yet, but they get to the ability to achieve the relief, the happiness, all those feelings that they want to have before even trying the products in real life. And once they have that memory, they want to make it real. And how they can make it real? By buying the products. So the whole issue, either story is boring or too crazy to be believed, you know, it's not realistic to your avatars. So that's it for the first models. See you in the next video, the 3 story type. Ciao, ciao.